So we're just doing circles around the parking lot, testing everything out, making sure everything's set correctly before we take her out on the road. The chat screen is open up on the right-hand side, upper right-hand side. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them or make something up. But this is the parking lot that has been home for the last 6 weeks. Comes Zephyr back. There's a turnaround at the end of this little road here. This has been our walkway. And we need an evening walk. Kiki's gotten quite tired of walking this. You see, it's not too exciting. Whee! Zephyr's back. Okay.
Temperature's looking a little high, so they're going to check that out.
Okay, here's our new dash panel. So the oil temp was high?
Engine temp.
Engine temp. Oh, I see Kiki got into her motion mode.
Okay.
Ooh, we're gonna go for a ride. You are now riding aboard Zephyr on our second spin around the parking lot. There's the Mini. Surprised they haven't put us up a Technomadia only parking sign yet. With all our mechanics who come in on a Saturday to try to get us on the road this weekend. We're so thankful to them. You're just joining in. You are riding on Zephyr right now on our test drive around our exciting parking lot. This has been our walkway. We have done more laps than I think most trucks have here in the last 6 weeks to try to get some exercise in after long days. How's the engine temp doing?
It's higher than I'd like, and then it's not going down. Checking in on this next lap. Engine feels nice though.
You gotten it out of first gear yet?
No.
Whee!
We're over 190 now. It hasn't. Oh yeah, but and under normal operating, it would normally be around a 180 would be the thermostats and just stay there. Maybe
change.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy as long as we don't.
Okay. I'll be watching the 200 mark. Just do a few more laps.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
good.
good.
Right now.
Okay. Yeah. I'll wait.
It's different thermostats. They all. I mean,
Yep.
some mechanical deals, so they're going to be a little bit different here
Yep.
and there. Where are you at now?
It is 192.
Another thing, Chris, is that brand new engine's going to be a little bit hotter until it breaks in.
Okay.
It's got tighter tolerances and more friction until it gets break in.
Cool.
So once you get some miles on it.
Cool.
All right. There's no way this thing's going to run hot when you double the radiator.
I know.
It better not.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
What is that in?
185 right at the radiator inlet, 170 the bottom on back to the
Gauge could be off just a hair.
But
It's showing 190 on its gauge.
well, yeah, it's if you go back up to the thermostat housing, you'll see 193 on the.
That's where you're.
Yeah, that's what the gauge is.
That's your hot spot anyway. But like I told him, it's a brand new engine. It's going to be a little bit hotter until it breaks in. And it's different thermostats, so they're going to act a little bit different
Okay.
than the ones that was in it probably. So make a couple more. Let's see what
Okay.
it does.
Just sitting here, it's actually climbed a little bit more. It's all up. It's at 195 right now. Okay, I'll do another lap.
Don't let it get above 200.
Nope.
By the way, folks, if you want to chat with us in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little chat screen where you can type in any questions you might have for us. We'll try to answer them. There's Kiki. She's excited because, this probably means she might get to a new campground where she can hunt things. Ooh, backing up.
No lead, no trail of oil this time.
Nope, no oil. Okay. There's potholes up here. They go splash.
Seems to have a lot of power. Very nice.
What's our temp at?
It's actually dropped a little bit. I turned off the jigs, and now it's dropping some. It's still at a 195, but it was maybe dropped a degree or two.
solid exhaust.
Awesome.
Beep. Back up. You can see our view here. We've got a view of a subway.
An animal hospital which Kiki managed to visit.
And we've got all sorts of automotive stuff and casinos.
Hey, we got 1 mile on the odometer.
Woohoo!
First mile.
Yay! First mile. So to the person who asked if we're concerned about the temperature, obviously that's why we're doing testing in a parking lot first before going out on the open roads. And you saw we've got 4 mechanics standing by, monitoring us and doing engine checks as we stop by. And trust us, if it gets anywhere close to 200, we're stopping and letting them come to us. I'm going to take you guys back in the bedroom. You can hear what the engine sounds like while we're underway. So you can tell you're up in the front, and we really don't hear it all too much. We'll go back in the back. You can hear what it's like inside in our bedroom. Hi, it's me in the mirror. So the engine would be like underneath the bed, so it'd be like kind of right if I was pointing the camera through those pillows. We do have the windows open back here, which we normally would have all underway. But you can kind of hear it from inside. Hi, Kiki. Say hi.
Hey, there's Pixel.
There's Pixel. She's been awesome getting us around town and getting us escapes up to Yellowstone and Beartooth Pass. You running the jigs?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Chuck, you've got a 4106. Wouldn't it be more fun if you're out driving yours instead of virtually joining us?
She's driving great. Tons of power.
Yeah, but there's no mountains to climb here.
Yes, so we gotta go drive the road to the airport soon. That's a nice steep one.
How's our engine temp? Where are we at?
193. Kind of holding there.
That's 4 laps we've done? Who's counting? Have we done 4 laps?
I'm not counting.
Probably time to stop in and let them check things over. Whee! Run them over. No, don't run them over.
It's the sports car buses.
Huh?
It's the sports car buses.
Oh, great.
Got
Got more power than
Yeah, definitely. Temperature is 193-ish. I turned playing with the Jakes, turning the Jakes off. That dropped about a degree or two. But it's hovering up there. Okay.
Let him check it, then we'll back it up here, check all the fluids again,
Okay.
back on.
Sounds good.
Did you see the smile on Cherie's face? Well, it's 187 now at the outlet, so it's coming back down.
So that gentleman in overalls has been our service manager for the past 6 weeks. We've never seen him in his overalls before, but he's come in today to look things over. He used to own his own diesel shop up in North Dakota. And I'm hanging out with him. You might have seen he invited us out for vodka cocktails last night. So we're checking everything over after a few laps around the parking lot. They're going to have us pull back into the bay and check over all the fluids and just see how we're doing. If everything checks out, they're going to have us go out on the highway. Well, we have to put the door on first. I think tail lights are probably important in traffic, right? You guys want to come along on the test drive if we do it?
About 129 degrees there as the section goes in. And
the other gentleman is walking off with that. That's Jamie. That's the magician. Kind of a foreman here. He only gets brought in when there's more complicated problems for us to solve.
I'm driving a bus.
No, you're not. You're stopped.
You can still be driving a bus and be stopped. I'm in a bus, the motor's going. I'm The motor goes vroom.
How is the headlights going?
Yep, 2 outers. Light check. Our light headlights are working. Well, the other projects that we've done here is we've redone all of the exterior lights, so all the running lights down the sides. All those got cleaned up and put back on, so they're all new and fresh and all working, which is not something we've had since we've gotten the bus. We also, all the corner marker lights, there's one on each corner. Previously we had cracked lenses and the rear ones weren't running. We just never really drive at night, so it hasn't been much of a concern. But we've been collecting those. The 4106 corner marker lights are kind of hard to come by because they're obviously not made anymore. They're one of the few parts that are unobtainium on a 4106. So we've been collecting those for the last 2 years, and we went ahead over here and replaced all of them as well. We reworked the back door on the bus, put in, sourced another set of light kit for the rear. Here, I'll take you and show you that while we're waiting around. So this is the rear door, and we went and got another set of taillights from the takeoff on another 4106, kind of combined them together, and got 2 new, completely cleaned up, well not new, well new to us, taillights, cleaned up the door, did a lot of rust mitigation. So we've been super busy while these guys have been working on the engine, trying to get as much project work as done. Of course, we also, the front roof air was replaced while we were here. We did that work ourselves as well with some help from the forklift here. Oh gosh, what else have we done? We totally cleaned out the inside of the bay ourselves. They gave us sandblasting material. We did a lot of painting work, did a lot of rust mitigation. The front caps and rear caps of the 4106 do have some steel in them, and we were getting a little bit of rust starting on them, so we wanted to stay ahead of that. So we had to learn some body work. Actually, if you look at the front window here, we have a lot going up the driver's side. So all of this has been patched. Right through here, redone. There's a whole big hole behind here, so we got that patched up. That should hold for a while until we can actually get to a proper body working place and have a new paint job done on Zephyr. That'll have to be a someday project. Mostly because that will require us moving out of the bus for a while. That's not something that can be done while we're living in it very easily. We do feel very blessed that we've been able to live in the bus for the last 6 weeks while we've been here. It's not the best of campgrounds, but hey, it's a perfect spot. We've learned a lot here. We've gotten a lot of work done. The people are fabulous. It's taken a little longer than we expected, of course, but we'd rather it be done right than rushed. And every indication so far is that it was. Anyone have any questions? Feel free to go ahead and type them into the upper right-hand corner of the chat box. I'll be happy to try to answer them for you. This is the bay they'll soon be pulling us back into, where we'll do a full fluid check and check everything over to make sure that everything's acting as they expect it to after our first little romp around the parking lot. Chuck would like to know if the new GPS speedometer registered a speed on that low speed. Yes, what was it reading? How fast were you going?
10 miles an hour.
So yes, Chuck, the GPS speedometer was registering the speed during the parking lot test. Chris says we got it up to 10 miles per hour. Maybe even 15 at one point, but you know, he's watching the road for the speedometer. And we have now traveled 6 miles. Oh, 1.6. I was going to say, if it takes 4 laps, we weren't walking that much. Yeah, so one of the other projects, of course, is putting in the new gauges. So we had custom-made gauges from speedhut.com that we installed on the dash. And the speedometer is now a GPS speedometer. We never really could trust the one from the sensors in the wheels. We've changed the size of the wheels and everything else, and with the automatic transmission and things like that. So we went ahead and went with the GPS speedometer so we can measure it via GPS instead, as long as our odometer and our speed. So we'll be interested in testing that out as well. It gives us altitude measurements and a whole bunch of other cool geeky stuff.
Fitting sitting right on the transmission, but it's hot as anything else around here. Your other temp stuff, that's all.
I'm going to go ahead and turn this off for a little bit. And if anything else exciting happens, I might start the stream up again. If you want to stay tuned, you're welcome to. Thank you for joining us. And we'll check back in and give you a status update as things progress.